Welcome to Creating a Life Navigation Chart, 3 simple steps to finding your soul's true north. Notice the quote on this slide. This is at the heart of what we'll be talking about today in this short video. You can always correct your course, but the sooner you're aware that you're off the path, the better and more satisfying your journey will be. Do you ever wonder why you experience the same situation or types of people in your life over and over, often with the same negative results or unwanted outcomes? Perhaps it's because you repeat the same behaviors during each encounter. To change the experience, you must change those habits and behaviors that created the narrative and direction of your life so far. Your behaviors, how you think, react, respond, etc., all have patterns, and sometimes identifying those patterns can help you if you're in search of a new direction in your life. Patterns can encourage or compel you to try something new, fix something, or remove something from your life. Identifying the repeated patterns in your life can help you determine your current position, see what lies ahead, and change your course and direction to achieve a new outcome or arrive at a new destination. But where to begin? By completing what I call a life navigation chart. If there's something in your current life that you wish to improve, creating a life navigation chart can help you identify what you want to change, determine why you want to change it, and define what your new outcome will be. Identify repeated behaviors in your encounters, experiences, situations, and relationships. Chart a new path if you encounter a situation that you responded to one way in the past, but now you can respond to differently. Most importantly, you'll feel empowered, not victimized. Become free of your bonds to experiences, situations, relationships, or events that no longer serve you. And your future will no longer be charted by your past. True north of the soul indeed. This quick video will introduce you to the basics of creating a life navigation chart. Please note that this is just a brief introduction. If you want more information about how to actually create the chart and would like additional assistance, there is a full-length version of this webinar along with the blank life navigation chart, complete with detailed instructions that you can purchase for only $15. Just send an email to cracksinConsciousness@gmail.com and I'll reply with your next steps. So what is the true north of the soul? True north is the reference to finding the position of the North Pole by compass or by locating a pole star so as to navigate properly. The phrase discover your true north was coined by Bill George, who explained that discovering your true north is about following your internal compass. Just as a compass points at a fixed point on the globe, your personal true north helps you stay on track to become the best person you can be throughout your life. When you find your true north, you begin to understand what really makes you tick and what you value as a person because your values matter. They are your North Star. And your life will take on new meaning when you feel you're pointed in the right direction and can align your behavior with what you value the most. So, what is a life navigation chart? The chart is a visual encapsulation of how you interact and engage with the world and with others. Creating a life navigation chart is both a fact-finding and fact-facing process to uncover the truth about yourself. You'll be searching for the attitudes, thoughts, beliefs, fears, actions, behavior patterns that may block you from aligning your behavior with what you value most. The chart includes significant encounters, situations, and relationships you've experienced in your life. It describes the results and outcomes of those interactions and engagements. It identifies your responses and behaviors integral to these experiences. Ultimately, the goal is to identify repeated patterns of behavior in order to make a conscious effort to change the way you interact with others and the world around you. The life navigation chart has 3 components. Number one, a purpose statement in which you define your goals and objectives for completing the chart, as well as your desired outcomes. Number two, significant experiences. This is the who, the what, and the why. Encounters, experiences, situations, relationships in which you exhibited behaviors that resulted in outcomes that did not align with your values. That's what it means by significant. Course correction is the third component, what you can do differently in order to change the behavior and its outcome. So, the purpose statement, this is the first component. It's important to be able to articulate why you want to complete the chart and what you hope to achieve. Having a compelling reason will help motivate you to not only complete the chart entirely, but to be willing to change any unwanted or undesirable habits or behaviors. Some examples of goals and objectives you might want to meet are to identify the habits and behaviors that no longer serve you and that you want to change, determine why you want to change them, and define what your new outcome will be, or simply to avoid old self-destructive ways of navigating your life. Some examples of your desired outcomes might be to be able to change your behavior during future encounters, to chart a new path if you encounter a situation that you responded to one way in the past, but now you'd like to respond to differently, to feel more in control of your own behaviors. Significant experiences. This is the second component of your life navigation chart. Here, you're going to describe each encounter, event, experience, situation, and relationship of any significance that has the potential to teach you about yourself and your deeply held views. You'll be searching for your responses and behaviors integral to these experiences, as well as the attitudes, thoughts, beliefs, fears, actions, and behavior patterns that have been blocking you from changing those responses and behaviors. Significant experiences are invaluable in assisting you to know why certain patterns reoccur, the significance and meaning of each experience, and what you can learn from those experiences. They also signify why you chose a particular response, behavior, or action. So how do you determine whether something really is significant and belongs in your chart? Ask yourself, what do I give the most importance and authority to? Significant experiences are often the ones that we keep thinking about over and over, trying to figure out what went wrong or what we could have done differently. These unresolved experiences are the best ones to include in your chart. A few examples: encounters, relationships, situations, experiences where you find yourself saying, oh, that figures, that always happens to me, or, yeah, that's just my luck. Unfulfilling romantic relationships, partnerships, or friendships. Opportunities, both seized and missed. Now, as you describe your significant experiences, you're going to focus on several elements. Number one is the who or the what. Each person, event, situation, encounter, or experience that you give the most importance and authority to. This is the who or the what. Remember, you're looking for anything that has the potential to teach you about yourself and your deeply held views. The second element is why it's in your chart, why you selected this significant experience, what happened, and how you feel about it. Perhaps you're angry, hurt, defensive, resentful. The goal is to be clear why you consider it to be a significant experience. You're going to focus next on behaviors exhibited that don't align with your values or resulted in outcomes that weren't what you were looking for. And then the last element is you're going to look at the impact of those behaviors, either on yourself or on others, what you did, and how you acted or reacted in response to this significant experience. Remember, you're trying to understand why you chose a particular response or action in order to change how you interact or engage with the world going forward. This particular slide is a sample of a significant experiences chart, the who or what, why it's in my chart, behaviors I exhibited, and the impact of my behaviors on myself or on others. The third component in the life navigation chart is the course correction. Here, the focus is on identifying your repeated patterns of behavior in order to correct your course and make a conscious effort to change the way you interact with the world. And like the significant experiences chart, your course correction includes several elements. Recurring behaviors. This is all the repeated behaviors you exhibited during your significant experiences. Recurring results and outcomes. This is all of the recurring results and outcomes of the behaviors you exhibited during your significant experiences. If you describe the impact in the same way multiple times when you were going through your significant experiences, it's likely that these are the ones that are recurring. The third element you'll look on is what really is a course correction, what you could do differently to get a different outcome based on what you learned as a result of that behavior and its impact. And then, of course, you're aiming for a desired outcome. What might result this time if you change that behavior during future encounters? The goal is to identify, most importantly, and put into action new patterns of behavior in order to change the way you interact with the world. This slide does show you a sample course corrections. Again, you're focusing on recurring behaviors, one that you found over and over in your significant experiences. Recurring results and outcomes, what happened every time you exhibited that behavior? Your course correction, how could you behave differently? And then, of course, your desired outcome. Well, thanks for watching this very short video, very high level introduction to life navigation charting. I do want to wrap this up with this particular quote. You are not stuck. You're just committed to certain patterns of behavior because they helped you in the past. Now, those behaviors have become more harmful than helpful. The reason you can't move forward is because you keep applying an old formula to a new level in your life. Change the formula to get a different result. And the easiest way to do that is to create a life navigation chart. So again, thank you for watching this very short video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and of course, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks for watching.